What? Why are you looking at me like that? Hello!
Hello everybody, how is everybody doing this Monday? And it's time for a
Bum.
bench update Monday time, yes. Nearly finished with the
Look!
Mr. S. We were in town, we bought a few bits and pieces.
I got one of these and it has BFF on it, and then I got a silver one to match for my best friend.
Oh, so, what's your best friend's name? Give her a shout
Chloe.
out. Chloe. Hello,
Oh
Chloe.
God, she has a YouTube channel, I can't remember her name.
Hello, Chloe. So anyway, lads,
Hey, someone out there.
I hope you've all been busy in the modelling world, getting loads done and enjoying the hobby, because I definitely am.
If you don't enjoy it, it's not a hobby.
As the boss says, if you don't enjoy it, it's not a hobby.
I'm the boss and my name is Internet.
It becomes kind of work thing, and, you know, I find it sometimes myself.
How long have we been doing the bums now?
Oh, I'd say we've been doing over a year now, maybe a year and a half nearly.
A year and a half doing the bums. Hope you've stayed.
A year and a half of bummage.
I fell off the bed.
I've been working away on the Mr. S. I'm nearly finished it. I've it all glass
It's
coated,
very
decals,
beautiful.
and I've just
Smelt your breath.
getting
Smells like
ready
coffee.
to start on the weathering. And for this, I'm only going to do a small bit of weathering on it. Just
because you want it to be like clean.
yeah. Well, it's
Like a new one.
Yeah. Well, it's not World War II vehicles.
It's new.
Yeah. Thing I find out is I find out, but you know what I mean. Thing with World War II vehicles, they were maintained mechanically, and how they looked aesthetically. You know,
The strings on the hood when he got caught in
paint
his
got
hand.
chipped off because they were going through ditches and bushes and God knows what else. They got filthy, dirty.
That's why we do weathering.
You'd have rain streaks and bits of rust.
In a nutshell, that's why we do weathering, because of all that.
Yeah. So
But
that's
we don't
basically
need
what
it.
happens with World War II vehicles. That's why you can sort of have rust streaks and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to modern vehicles, you're not going to have much rust. Practically none. Usually because the vehicles are better maintained. They're only taken out, used on an exercise or out in the ranges and things like that. Yeah, they get covered in mud and things like that, but when they're brought back to the unit, straight away they're washed and cleaned and all touched up and God knows what else. And with the Russian stuff, a lot of the Russian stuff, especially their newer stuff, it gets painted every year nearly. Like they have the big May Day parade, and all the Mr. S's are brought back in for that, and they're all painted up then with the dark green with the that big star, the big decal on them, and it's used then for that parade, and then they're brought back to the units, and each unit then paints them back up again. So
I have a double chin. This is actually my chin. I fake chin.
Not the only one. And their main.
Double chin squad. Comment down below if you
So
have a
when it comes to
double
sort
chin.
of chipped paint and
Chipped
all that
paint.
kind of stuff, you're not going to get it. You're not really going to get it on modern vehicles. So therefore, all you want to do when the weathering is just to pin wash, just to highlight panels and different items and things like that. So that's all I'm doing with the weathering in this one. My next project, although, which is going to be that big massive tiger, the 1/16th tiger, that's going to be heavily weathered. I'm going to do a nice bit of weathering on that. Bag of frogs. Mad as a bag of frogs. And also for that I'll be doing Zimmerit on it as well. So in areas that the Zimmerit is chipped off, you got to kind of have that hull right underneath and things like that. So plenty of weathering to do on the Tiger when I get around to that. But on the Mr. S, it's very, very little weathering. So I'm looking forward to getting that finished off. I should have it finished off in the next day or two. And then I'll be stay tuned to the channel during the week. I'll have the final up of the Mr. S and maybe an unboxing of that big kit. You stop feck acting around with the back of my head. So anyway, let's go down to the bench. We'll have a look at the Mista S and how I've been working on it, and a couple of bits and pieces that I got. I was in town today, and I had a delivery during the week as well. No kits, unfortunately. Can't afford
We were
kits.
in town today.
I spent my wad on the big one.
We usually go into town on Saturdays.
We do. We usually go into town on Saturday, but Abby was sick on Saturday morning. Well, she wasn't really sick Saturday morning. She was very, very tired because she couldn't sleep Friday night, so she was awake.
I fell asleep at like 1 o'clock and was on my tablet until like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then it died.
Yeah. So therefore, Saturday morning when we usually go into town, she was knackered, so we didn't go in. So we went in today. I went in today and I got a few bits and pieces that I needed. So let's get onto the bench. We'll have a look at those and the Mista S and things.
I want to do my powers.
Okay, so you do your powers. Let's get onto the bench.
This is not about
3, 2. Okay, so here we are down at the bench, and I'll just turn the camera that way a bit. And as you can see, I have the Mista S in its gloss coat. Okay, you can see the shine in it there. Gloss coat. Couple of reasons why I gloss coat. Some people don't, some people do. 2 reasons why I gloss coat. 1. If I gloss coat and then put down the decals, it gives a nice smooth area to put the decals on. Also, when you gloss coat over them again, and then when you finally do all your weathering and your bits and pieces, and then you dull coat the lot, your decals then don't shine, because you've got the whole thing shiny and then you're making the whole thing dull. So it kind of works in that respect. Also, what I use gloss cut, that's the gloss cut I use. I find it absolutely fabulous. I used to use the Tamiya one, very good as well. Okay, but when it comes to value for money, you can't beat this stuff. There's no mixing involved. You get a nice, I guess 250 ml is it? Doesn't say. No, it's 120 ml, 120 milliliters. But it's great value, very, very good value indeed, that stuff. Here's a close look at the Mista S, the turret of it. Okay, you got the auto loader and all that at the back of it, and the number, I give it number 333. Why, I don't know. I just don't know. But lovely kit, absolutely lovely kit. Very, very enjoyable to build. Loads of little fiddly parts, so therefore the build wasn't just a kind of a slap it all together. There was quite a bit of hair pulling involved. If I had hair, I'd have pulled it out. So next step, like I said, for that is to give it a pin wash and then dull coat it. And for the pin wash, I got the bloody motorbikes. I got this, which is Artist's White Spirit, and I make down. I mix a bit of this with some enamel, flat enamel black paint, and that's what I use for my washes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little one of these that is empty, take the label off it, wash it out, and make down a little thing of black wash. I usually usually sort of use these or sort of things, and then when I go back to it, it's wasted. So I'm wasting White Spirit, and this Winsor & Newton solvents, and being Winsor & Newton, you can guess they're not cheap. It's about €4 or €5 compared to, say, the cheap White Spirit. But this stuff, it's kinder on the nose. It doesn't sort of stink the place out of it, and it's kinder on the paintwork as well. So it's better than, say, the cheap White Spirit, Artist White Spirit. Also during the week, I got a nice little stock up of paint, all from Model Hobbies. They're not the colours I got. All in preparation for the Tiger. I got NATO Black, NATO green. I got 3 of each of those. I've had to open one already, the NATO green, because I needed it for that. And I also got some dark yellow, so all set for my camouflage. And I got 1 NATO brown because I needed a brown. So I got a nice little stack of paint there. I'm quite happy with them. I got 10 of them and it came to under €20. That was including postage and packaging, which is fucking fabulous. Because I can buy these local, okay, and my local shop charges €3.50 a pop. So with 10 colours, that would have cost me €35. And having to order from England and wait for delivery and everything else, I get them for €15 cheaper. Which is silly when you think of it. You know, how come I can buy them for that much cheaper from England, including the postage and packaging, and still be an awful lot cheaper than what I buy them here for. So you know, that's it. That's basically what I've gotten. I haven't bought any more kits because I can't really afford any more kits. Not after buying the 1/16th Tiger, so hopefully that I'll get a while out making that. There's the Mista S, almost finished today. And like I said, stay tuned to the channel for the final update on that. And we'll see how I got to this stage and the weathering as well. So let's get back up to myself and Abby. We finish off this week's bum and do the bum chocolate and the bum fruit. Yes, our weird segment. We have to have our weird segment. And for some weird reason, people actually like it. I only did it as a joke, but people actually like it. So anyway, lads, that's it. Back up to myself and Abs, and we'll finish off this week's BIM. So, mouthful of Abby here. So that was basically what I got done on the Mista S. As you can see, it's almost finished.
Almost finished.
Awesome,
it looks nice.
Awesome looking piece of armour. Absolutely awesome looking.
It looks so glossy.
Yeah.
You guys would have seen. It might not look as glossy on the camera, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it is quite glossy, isn't it? Yeah.
I didn't really see it.
That's to get ready for the weathering and sealing the decals and things. Then what I do is I
it's weird because I'm looking here and the computer is there, but the camera's there. So I'm supposed to be looking here, but I'm looking here.
So anyway, lads, it's time for the bum chocolate and bum fruit, or our weekly segment of
I want to do the fruit.
Ridiculousness. Abby's going to do the
I
fruit.
don't know what these are.
They're sweeties.
I don't know what these are. Wait, what?
They're one of my favourite types of sweeties. I love these.
I don't know.
They used to do them in mint as well, and I haven't seen the mint ones in a long time. Anybody seen the mint ones? Let me know. So Abby's going to do the fruit first.
No, you do the chocolate first because you've been talking about it.
Oh, okay. Do the chocolate first. And this week's bum chocolate is Munchies.
If you found mint ones, send them to us.
Nestle Munchies. Love them. I absolutely
We
love
do take contributions for the bum chocolate. Get off Skype.
As I said, Munchies. They used to have mint Munchies as well, but I haven't seen them in a long
I'm playing with the mouse on the computer.
Stop thick acting, you.
Probably should get out the video now, child.
So anyway, this week's bum chocolate is Munchies from Nestle.
Can I do the fruit now?
You can do the fruit now.
These used to be hairy eggs, but now they're kiwis.
Kiwis. Hairy fruit kiwis. Hairy eggs.
Hairy eggs.
So
kiwis.
this week's bum fruit is kiwi fruit.
How to prepare kiwi fruit. Carefully slice kiwi in half using a spoon. Scoop out flesh and eat.
No, that's it. Simple.
Best before 25th of August. And it is the 19th. You better finish
There's another
these.
6 days.
Class 1.
Kiwi fruit.
Kiwis. One of your 5 a day. 80 grams of this equals one of your 5 a days.
So anyway, lads, that's it for this week's bum. Don't forget to join us next week for another bum. Here.
Sweet and juicy, ripen at all from 2 to 5 days. We're proud to bring you fresh quality produced picks, especially for use by our trusted farmers and growers. Ripen at home, nature's pick, Kawiwi fruits. From Aldi. Specially picked for Aldi stores LTC.
So anyway, lads, that's it for this week's bum. Don't forget to join us next Monday for another bum, and join me during the week for final update on the.
This is the colour of the Kawiwi.
Final
Kawiwis
update
are
on the Mista
brown.
S, and the
like
unboxing for the big tiger, the 1/16th tiger from Hobby Boss.
No.
I know there's plenty of unboxings out there for this kit, but my one will be my usual.
I'm gonna lock the way out of this place.
So anyway, lads, that's it. Don't forget to join us next week.
I locked my way out.
So I'll say goodbye. Abby, say goodbye.
Bye.
You
I'm
wanna come
going
in?
to teleport back in. Hello.
I'm thinking of dumping this one. Anyway, lads, that's it. We'll catch you next week. Stay
I
safe.
do not
In the
belong
meantime,
in the garbage.
go and buy yourself a little bit.
What
So-
are you telling me to- Go up! I will end the video. Go out, buy yourself a kit, build it, and enjoy it. Bye.
See you next week, lads. Stay safe.
Bye. Bye.